are underway in Buffalo. Taken at the goal line. Now we get our first look at the hometown kid, rookie Kenny Pickett from the University of Pittsburgh, as he leads the Steeler offense out for their first possession.
In his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 19 carries, 53 yards.
He's really been someone special to watch this season and brings a real unique element to their offense. Even with defenses focusing on him all year, he still sits 4th in the league in yardage. Hard to come up with an answer for a back playing as well as he has been. They've got the work cut out for them in this one as he chases another big week.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. This is Hamler on the receiving end. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
They run for it with Harris, and he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Pickett to throw on 1st down. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now here's another carry for Harris. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On 2nd down and 4. Pickett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bills have recovered. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of the quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Uncorks one for Davis. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Steelers are going to get the football back at their own 17. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Pickett now on first down. This pass caught by Hamler. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Harris running straight ahead. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Pickett. Open man is Quintez Cephas. That'll give him 8 that time. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. This defense for the Bills, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Pickett to his tight end, Freiermuth, for the Steeler first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Trying with Pickett here on 3rd down. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 27-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They fire this one quickly to Austin. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Boswell's kick is good, and the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 71 yards.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak, and that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
They'll run on, and it's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2, as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Pickett back to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he is going to lose yardage here. This offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Going right back to Akers. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On 2nd down, it's Snell. And he is going to lose yardage here. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Snell. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Now Pickett will look to pass it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harris. And the Steelers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Harris will score. Touchdown, Steelers. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Coming up in prime time here in Week 5, a couple of division rivalries on the docket, beginning tonight in the AFC North with the Bengals and Ravens from Baltimore at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Raiders and Chiefs from Arrowhead in the AFC West. Throwing on first down is Allen. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The Steelers and Bills, they played in the season opener last year, if you recall. And it was the Steelers who pulled off a bit of a stunner. They rallied late, beat the Bills in Buffalo 23-16. Buffalo, a little bit of a rocky start to the season, but they would quickly right the ship. Here's Allen. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Najee Harris and the rest of this offense worked their way back onto the field. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Steps away. This one taken in by Cephas. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably...
And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Chase Claypool, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it was finished off by the Chase Claypool touchdown catch. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Josh Allen and the Bills set to take over again. And he's had his struggles here early with a couple of interceptions as he'll try to refocus with a 1st and 10 to start this drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On 2nd and 10, Allen finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill it for a loss.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. They still can't get it.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Here's Jackson. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Pittsburgh Steelers and running back Najee Harris. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Singletary to get the drive started. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
Facing this big first half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Now Allen again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 49 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, it's Snell again. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Finding Pickens for another catch. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. And it's the Browns who have the lead late in the first half. 2 touchdown passes there for Deshaun Watson. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at U.S. Bank.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
Hold on the play. Recovered by the receiving team.
The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw complete to Shakir. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other. and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
On first down, Allen works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Allen, man open left side is Brown. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. K.J. Hamler returning it. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They were winners over the Jets a week ago, and they are in the driver's seat right now as well. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 28-yard line. Gets this out wide to Pickett. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. On the move to his left. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
He's a fan favorite when he plays at home. Every time he makes a big-time play, you can hear him shout, "Muth," from the stands. Pittsburgh, they love him. A lot of comparisons to Heath Miller as a rookie, and he contributed 7 touchdown catches. Now he contributes a first down with that grab.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
It's brought in by Harris. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 19. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick slant to Hamler. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Pickens on the slant. And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just a third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Second down and goal. Pickett. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Pickett now, third and goal. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So with a fourth and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. This is Harris. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get him the football back. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And they'll be inside the red zone with the ball at the 16-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Harris. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. 81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They run straight ahead with Snell. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense tried to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You kind of walk through a defense and score. Not so fast, not in this case.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take it.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane.
Here we go, Zach.
They run for it with Harris. And this time he is in. Najee Harris, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Boswell for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To the air. Allen. And he'll just get rid of it.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now Allen, gotta have this one. Going deep for Diggs. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. They'll get 10 there. 4th down. So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on deck.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them. Maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The Bills on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Quick toss to Knox. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Allen. He finds his man, complete. It's McKenzie. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. A give up the middle to Singletary. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First and goal at the 9-yard
Allen. This is caught. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now down to 20. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Gabriel Davis. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
It's a jet sweep as they get this to Jackson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Looking to throw, Pickett. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. So tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for the Steelers, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.